Welcome, everybody. Level in Darkcast. We super excited today. This is the final case of moving parts for 2024 959R. Final mix of moving parts for the year. FWD. Of course, I get it from a J-Car. Now, this case is loaded. There are 8 releases in this case, but there's also a chase, which means if you get a chase, that means you missed out on one of the models. Now, I do have more than one case, so hopefully we will get a chase in the first case, and then hopefully the subsequent cases do not have chases in them, hopefully. So let's just go ahead and get to it. Again, purchase from J-Car. There is a possibility for a super chase, which is, of course, the Jeep Gladiator. So, cardboard off the top, right there. So, first one we're going to take a look at, 1961 Corvair Rampside truck. This is a brand spanking new casting for this year. This one is number 29 of 54. That one looks pretty good. We are going to pull these all out first, and then we will crack them open. Next one up, 2023 Toyota Prius Prime, another brand spanking new casting for this year, 46 of 54. This case is going to have quite a few brand new castings in it, by the way. Speaking of brand spanking new castings, there is yet another brand new spanking casting, 2024 Mercedes-Benz G 580 with EQ technology. This is the same casting that will be released in the Mattel Creations one. This one is number 44 of 54. Again, another brand spanking new casting. Another new one here. This is your 69 Triumph Spitfire, brand spanking new casting, brand new for 2024. That one is number 2 of 54. So low number on that guy. Another brand spanking new casting, 2023 BMW iX. This one is also brand spanking new for the year, 42 of 54. So every single one of these has been a completely brand spanking new casting so far. This one is very, very interesting. 2018 Dodge Durango. This one is also another brand spanking new casting for this year. That is number 1 of 54. When we crack this open, we'll take a look at why I think that particular model is a little bit more interesting than others. All right, next one up. This is your 65 Land Rover Series 2 forward control. This one is another brand spanking new casting for the year, new for 2024. This one is number 20 of 54, brand spanking new. Very interesting. I was kind of curious how that fit into that molded piece, but we'll see how it goes. And I can tell you right here that this is not a correct case. There should not be 2 of these Triumph Spitfires in here. There should not be 2. There should be a Mini Cooper in this mix. This is not supposed to be in here. So let's go ahead and crack open my next case, because that is definitely not a good sign. I'm definitely worried about that. So I do have another case here. So let's go ahead and crack this one open. So I will hope that maybe this one yields a chase and potentially the Mini Cooper as well. So that is definitely not the way it's supposed to be. So just get this. It's relatively straightforward. So another Prius Prime, another Rampside truck. We'll set those to the side. Another Spitfire, another EQ technology, another Durango, another iX. And it looks like this case is also incorrect. That's not good. That's not good. I am really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. You guys got to understand, sometimes we do these unboxings and things just don't work right. Now, I didn't want to do this, but I have one more case. This is the last case I have. So if this case doesn't yield me something, we're in trouble. There was supposed to be a Mini Cooper. Now, I can tell you, J-Car does open these and sell them individually. And I know that he was selling in the Mini Cooper, so I know at least some of his cases should have had that Mini Cooper. Really disappointed right now. Really, really disappointed. At this point, I don't really care if I get the chase or not. I really want to have the batch kind of at this point. So we'll get this over here. Just go ahead and make relatively quick work with this. The Land Rover, the Spitfire, and then another Spitfire. So my cases are all bad. All of my cases are bad. So I don't have the Mini Cooper, unfortunately. I'm not surprised. Mattel is a disaster. Their assortments are a disaster. I'm really not happy about this. Really, really not happy about this. I'm extremely disappointed. But I shouldn't be surprised because that's what you get from Mattel. So 3 cases, they are all bad. They're all wrong. But we will go ahead and look at what we do have. And since there's 8 million of these Spitfires, we'll just go ahead and start with that one. Get this one popped out. Then you got to pop it out of the back. Pop that guy out of the back. So there is our Spitfire. It does say Triumph there on the front. Looks pretty good. That is metal. That front bumper is metal. Very, very interesting. It's probably because it's part of the hood. There is your base deeds. 1469 is the new man number. Does have some chrome bumpers on there. Full deets on the back. Of course, it says Spitfire on the plate. That is pretty cool. A little bit of print on the deck lid. Interior looks pretty decent. It actually has a steering wheel, shockingly. And then, of course, it does have that huge opening bonnet. Oh, it's about as far as this one wants to open. But the engine is metal. The engine's metal, looks pretty good. I feel like we got this one in the collector line, but it does say it's new, so we're gonna roll with it. But engine is metal in there, so I do apologize about that. So no print on the engine, but it is new. It is in there, so we'll put that guy. I guess we'll put him there. Our Mercedes-Benz G580 with EQ technology. This one is a new casting. Again, everything in this mix is a new casting. So pop this guy out. Take this out of there. There is our new G-Wagon, which looks pretty good. The print on the headlights looks good. Mercedes was pretty anal about how the headlights were printed, so I can assure you those are good. It does have black D10s on there, which are very nice. Has the little tiny spare tire cover because there's not a spare tire in there. That's actually for the charging cable because, of course, this is an electric SUV. But details look good. That is a plastic window in the back, but it's super dark tinted. And then it does have opening doors. Let's see here. A little help. Little help to get the doors open. There we go. So the doors have one of those really, really nice flush fit hinges in there. Ugh, look at that horrible interior. Look at that horrible interior. So I'm sure that the steering wheel is flat bottom like that to allow the mechanism for the opening door, but a little bit of detail on the inside of the opening door. There is your base deets. 1458 is your man number. So pretty basic on the base deets, but looks pretty good. Actually, I think that casting looks really, really good. They did an absolutely fantastic job with that one. I'm pretty happy about that one. So put that guy right there. All right, next one up, 2023 Toyota Prius Prime. So I'm still very, very sour that I didn't get a Mini Cooper to get the entire batch. You know, like I said, I can live without the chase, but I didn't get that Mini Cooper. I'm really, really disappointed in that. So there is our Prius Prime. Again, another brand spanking new casting. There is the deets on the front. It's pretty good. Full print's got some D10s on there. Then print on the back. Of course, it says Prius Prime. Looks pretty good. Lots of black print on there, which is pretty nice. And of course, this one does have opening doors. Definitely are getting better with their interiors. The interior does look better. A bit difficult to get the camera to focus on the interior, but it's significantly better, and then just a little bit of details on the inside of the doors, which isn't too bad. So always nice to see a little bit of detail on the inside of the doors. There is your base deets right there. 1456 is the man number. Not too shabby. Put that guy right there. All right, next one up, 1961 Corvair Rampside truck. Again, another brand spanking new casting. This mix is just absolutely loaded. I feel like it took them all year to get some of these models done, and then, of course, they just all show up at once. There is the deets from the side. Looks pretty good. It says Corvair on the side. Nice full print on the front. Looks good. Really, really good. It even says Chevrolet in there very nicely. Looks excellent. There is the deets with the moving parts side, and no prints in the back, unfortunately. But there is your ramp. It comes down, sits flush with the ground. It's very, very, very nice. Looks pretty good. This is all metal. That piece there. Bed is all open in there. Looks very, very good. So, and it stays up. Got a little bit of friction in there. A little bit of a play on parts, I think. Looks very, very good. Does have a chrome base as well, which is very, very nice. There is your base deets. 1471 is your man number for your ramp side pickup truck. That one's pretty cool. That one's actually really, really cool. I like that one a lot. It's a pretty cool moving feature on that one as well. All right, 1965 Land Rover Series 2 forward control. Now, from what I've gathered thus far, if there's a chase in the mix, this is typically the one that's replaced. So if you find a case with a chase, you may not find this one, but unfortunately unsubstantiated because my cases were broken, very, very much broken. Oh, so look at that. That guy doesn't even fit in that thing. So just kind of there, which is fine. I just, was curious how that would fit in there because it's giant. Now, before you even ask, yes, the entire bed section here is plastic. The entire base is plastic. The only metal is this cab. Little bit of the cab here in the front is the only thing that's metal. Front prints look good though. Fully printed up. It does say Land Rover on the side. Nice print on the side. It's very, very open inside as well. There is a opening door on this side. The opening door is metal. So even though the body is plastic, the door itself is metal, which is pretty nice. Got a couple hinges on the side. As you can see, the entire interior is quite detailed and quite opened up. And of course, it uses that kind of newer off-road wheel that we just don't see very often. It does have an integrated trailer hitch in the back, a couple of tanks for propane and whatnot. There is the prints from the other side. It says Matchbox on the side. Looks good. And then, of course, there is a AC unit on the top. And yes, it's got a second moving feature. So it's got a sunroof that closes all the way. And then you can open it all the way as well. So I'm not sure we can see down in there, but there's a stove and stuff down in there. So it looks pretty decent. This is a pretty decent one. Despite the fact that it's mostly plastic, I think that's okay. Base deets right there, Land Rover Series 2, it says 1462 is the man number. I do like that one, of course. And then it does have the trailer hitch, which is a pretty cool addition. And yes, even that big guy fits in there. All right, we're going to do the Durango last. 2023 BMW iX, another brand new casting. Unfortunately, this one just has opening doors, but it is a electric SUV, so having an opening hood would be pointless. No doubt about it. I do like the color. So, and then of course, like most of their SUVs they've been building, the whole top is plastic. But I think it looks especially nice on this one because there is metal that run through the rails here, which looks really, really good. There is the print on the side, and of course the typical BMW electric blue stripe on the side. Nothing shocking there. Prints on the front look good. Of course, you got your BMW logo, the ridiculously large nostril kidneys. Some pretty toned down prints in the back. Looks good. It just says iX on one side, and then of course the M60, I think it is, or something like that. And then this guy just has opening doors, which open up pretty good. There's a solid white interior, so that adds to kind of the ethos of this car. I think solid white is a good color choice. And then a little bit of print. Actually, there's quite a bit of detail on the inside of the panels, far more than I would have expected. So it looks pretty good. Base is absolutely featureless, like all EVs. 1470 is the man number, though. 1470 for this new BMW iX. All right, moving on to the last one that I currently have in my cases because I don't have a Mini Cooper, unfortunately, thanks Mattel. 2018 Dodge Durango. This one is in Boone County. This is a brand spanking new casting with rear opening doors, something that we have not seen for a while. But we are going to see that right away in the very first part of 2025. Now, when you take this model out of this little plastic thing, you must be very careful, more careful with this one than you've been with all the other ones. You know why? Because this one has rubber tires. Those are rubber tires. This model does have real rider tires on it. Now, I can tell you based on what I'm seeing, because check this out. So full decos in the back, says Boone County, got your tail lights on there, says slow down on the plate, looks pretty good. K9 unit, of course. K9 on the side, it does have the K9 windows, which is very cool. Sheriff on the side, full deets on the front, full prints, bumper guard, all that good stuff like that. Now, my assumption, this is my level M assumption, that this model was originally slated to be part of the collector line. And I think what probably happened is they either ran out of space in the collector line or they just needed to get this to production. And that's why this ended up having rubber tires in full four-sided Tampa print. I truly think this one was designed to be in the collector line, but at the last moment, didn't get made for that, or didn't make it to that line, and then they just ended up releasing it as a moving part, even though it has opening doors and all that good stuff like that. Now, of course, getting the rear doors open takes a little bit of effort. So there is the opening door. There is a dog in the back. Very cool. Very open in the back. Very open. You see all the way through. So you don't have all those ugly hinges and stuff like that with weird stuff. There is hinges there, obviously, but the doors open very wide, very big. They look good. There is an interior in there. There is a front interior in there. This looks really good. No details on the inside of the door panel, but that's fine. I mean, you don't need those details. But that looks amazing. This is probably the moving parts casting of the year. I would say that's a huge candidate. There is the base deets right there. Of course, 2023 Mattel FCA. This is 1459. Looks like for your man number. Deets look pretty good. Again, I am very confident that this was actually meant to go in the collector line, based on the print levels and the rubber tires. But yes, that does have rubber tires on there, which is a big deal. So there you go. That is the last mix of 2024. Sans the Mini Cooper, because Mattel is absolutely terrible, and I will be very vocal about that. 3 cases, they're all wrong, every single one of them. Unbelievable. I'm shocked. But there you go. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about those. Hopefully you guys will find these in the wild, and maybe you can pull a chase. Congratulations if you do. Otherwise, catch you next time on Level M. Peace.